Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Papa K here, Morgantium. I hope you're all well. Right, today got a review for you and we're going to look at this. This is the Freemax Starre Pure. Brand spanking new in the market. It's a brand new design from Freemax as well, being a bit innovative here again. We'll do a close up of the box. Currently got the Freemax Starre Pure on my hollow point here on a mech. And quick vape before we got the close up. Right, before we dive down, just like to thank Monica from Freemax for sending me these tanks for review. Thank you very much. This is my opinion of these devices. As I said, I've not seen them in the UK yet. Let me just check. I know I've seen them in the USA for about $30. Bear with me. Yeah, they're $29.99. But in the UK as yet, I've not seen them. So yeah, these are brand spanking new to the UK. So I believe Freemax will be looking for wholesalers in the United Kingdom. I'll put Monica's details in below. So straight to the close-up, guys, okay? Okay then folks, we're going to look at the new Freemax Starre Pure that was kindly sent to me for review by Monica of Freemax. Right, so I've been using this now for a few days. This is the Starre Pure here in black. As you can see, it's quite a different design. Here we have the standard Freemax Scylla. You can see the Scylla is a lot taller, but the Pure is a lot wider. This is actually a 25mm device. This is a 22mm device. So yes, Freemax, they've certainly been very innovative and sort of left this whole standard sub-ohm style design with the bottom airflow and your coil head, and yeah, this all changed now for Freemax, because this is the Starre Pure. And you can see that white juice. There's a white section in there. Well, that's the new coil head, and this coil head is a ceramic covered cotton coil head, which I'll show you in the close-up. You've got airflow up the top, both sides. It's about 3mm up by a good 15mm across. Just check that for you. Yeah, it's definitely, that's 50, you'll see it better than the steel. 15mm across by 3mm up on both sides. It's a really good airflow. It's very smooth. Watch, I'll show you. Extremely smooth airflow, very quiet as well. So there's a 25mm tank, takes 4 mils of juice. So let's go straight to the box. And here we have the box. Packaging's changed now for Freemax. They've gone away from that sort of black standard box with a magnetic flip. They've now got these sort of rhomboid shaped boxes. Oh, here we go, what we've got in the back. We've got, as you can see, top airflow control. So you've got your airflow goes in here, down into the coil, and up and out. So very similar to the Cubus. Starre Pure. The Freemax Starre Pure tank is a revolutionary tank with an emphasis on pure flavour. It features a convenient top veiling and top airflow design that was specifically created to never leak. Starre Pure also innovates by using a ceramic cover on the outside of its Canthal replaceable atomizer. The use of this ceramic cover improves the thermal insulation effect, which leads to less heat transmission to the outside of the tank. The Starre Pure tank provides a leak-free design with truly game-changing flavour. There's all your warnings on the bottom. Starre Pure. Let's open this up. Right, so here's your stainless steel. You get the stainless steel or black. Pop this out. Right, you can see this airflow better on the silver one. The airflow doesn't spin right round, it actually locks in place, and it's got a really, really good sort of turn. It's not overly stiff, it's just perfect. This is not going to slide in your pocket, it's really good, and it locks, so it doesn't spin right round. As I said, you're looking at 15mm by 3mm. Now, got this beautiful sort of cutout design on the bottom and on the top. It's a very simple design, it's very short. I think it's about 63mm in height. One negative straight away from me is this. It's a drip tip. Great, yeah, 510 drip tip. Why put that there? I mean, if you had this flush, you could have put, you know, larger drip tips onto it. I mean, I've got these third eye drip tips, which would have looked lovely on this being a 25mm device, but then you've got this section here that your drip tip plugs into. And, you know, I find that's a bit of a negative for me. Let's take it apart. Right, to unscrew the base, like so. Threads are really smooth. There's the innards, there's your chimney section inside. You've got a little sort of dome section going on there. You can't see it on the outside, but there's definitely like a little, you can see there's like a silicon domed cup on the internal. So your ceramic seats into that to give a nice leak-proof seal. Very simple. And there's your juice flow holes. There's no juice flow control on this device at all. No juice flow, but I've had no leaking, and I'll show you why I've had no leaking. This is your ceramic covered cotton coils. This is all ceramic, and you've got a dual vertical coil in here. I think this is a 0.25. Just check that. Yeah, 0.25. 20 watts to 70 watts. I've been comfortably vaping this around about 60 watts for my own personal taste. This just unscrews from the base like so. You've got a silver plated contact in the bottom. Nice airflow channel. And as you can see here, there's your airflow holes there, which in turn transmit to the sides. Can you see these? That's your airflow. So that's not for juice, that's for air. So the air passes up through these two channels. Oh, actually no, it goes the other way around. Passes in through there, down through these two channels, into your base section here, and then into your coil head. The vapour is created in the coil head, and then you inhale it through the centre of the chimney out the top. So this is completely sort of sealed down here. There's no filling, there's a lot less risk of leaking. It's sort of nice and tight. Freemax. Right, to fill it, top filling. So whole section unscrews. I was unscrewing the wrong part. Unscrews like so, and you put your juice in there and in there. Fill it up, full 4 mils of e-liquid. Now, my advice is when you're filling it up, shut the airflow off, fill it up, put your top cap back on. There you go. Like so. And once you've filled it up, just open up your airflow. Jobs are good. Right, let's see what's else in the box. Right, we've got a spare. Comes with 2 coil heads. This should be the 0.5 CCCC. Can't see that in the viewfinder. 0.5, 20 watts to 50 watts. Nice big wicking holes. Not really as wide a bore as the 0.25. They're quite short, quite small coil heads actually. What else we got? Right, we've got some spare O-rings. There's no screws or anything like that because this is a sub-ohm tank, so lots of spare O-rings. And we've got our manual. Freemax Starre Pure user manual. Right, size is, so from top to bottom it's 64.3 millimeters. It's 25 millimeters in diameter, so it is a big tank. 4 milliliter tank capacity. You've got sub-ohm resistance of 0.25 and 0.5 ohms, ceramic cover coils, and the device itself is 304 stainless steel. You can pause as I go through the pages. There's a bit of diagram of how the airflow works on the Starre Pure. Large capacity, huge vapor, long lifespan. That's the manual. So yeah, I've not actually got a price yet for these new Freemax Starre Pures. Not seen them in the UK as yet. These were sent direct from Freemax. What I'll do is we'll take my black one, which I've been using regularly, and this needs topped up, so turn the airflow off, unscrew the cap. Because the airflow and the filling is all at the top, and this is just basically, it's a sealed section down here, there is no risk, I mean I've had no leaking at all over the past few days. No leaking. Great new design from Freemax. Right, my all day favourite vape at the moment is Equator Spirit from V-Juice, available for Red Hot Vaping and K-Vape, and of course V-Juice themselves. I love this juice. It's like a tropical fruits medley, pineapple and peaches. That's that filled up. Open up the airflow, and that's how simple it is to fill it up. You don't need that juice flow control because of the way that the coil's situated in the device. I mean, that's it on the Sigeli 213 and it looks really nice. I mean, if I bring the Scylla back, and okay, the Scylla's a 22mm device, but the Scylla's a lot taller. A lot taller. This is nice and short. And I do like the design of the Freemax Pure. I think it's a very attractive tank. Very attractive tank. You know, for a sub-ohm tank, it's very attractive. Nice. I like the look of the Scylla as well. But the Scylla, I mean the Scylla had its flaws, I'll admit, yes. But with the new coil heads that came for the Scylla, it much improved it. But, and of course, you know, being a standard sub-ohm, as you can see, there's juice, you know, there is leakage with these style of tanks. But with this, no leakage at all. Look at the 510 pin here. Right, one of my concerns with this 510 on the Starre Pure is that, okay, there's a big gap between the edge of the 510 and the actual center pin itself, but the insulator, I don't know if you can see this, the insulator is way down the bottom, and I've not had any shorts on this, had no shorts whatsoever on the Starre Pure, but I would have rather there was a bit more insulator up towards the top of the 510. The pin does protrude a bit, but I would not use this on a hybrid device. You only, use this on a regulated box mod only. Don't use this on a hybrid device. That is not an adjustable 510 pin. It does protrude, but I say it doesn't really protrude enough safely, and because of the lack of insulation up here at the top, don't use this on a hybrid device. So that is the Freemax Starre Pure, brand spanking new. Right, let's go up, have a vape, and tell you what I think. Okay then, that was the close-up of the Freemax Starre Pure. Overall, I think this it's a brilliant design. It's got that hybrid ceramic and cotton coil head, which for me is giving me a very pure, pardon the pun, a very pure and a very clean flavour. It's a very clean flavour. It's a very quiet tank as well. I mean, very quiet, very smooth airflow. I mean, I couldn't get on with the Cubis. I mean, the Cubis has got that very similar sort of airflow in the top, down, into the coil, and then back up to the middle. With the Cubis, I found that very tight, and I had major issues with the Cubis leaking, and well, not leaking, flooding. You know, if you left the Cubis for a few days and picked it up, it was all the juice had basically settled into the coil head, and you were trying to clear it before you get a decent vape. With this, with the Pure, I've not had that issue. I mean, when you saw when I took it apart, there's quite a deep section down here, and you've got that seal on the top of the chimney as well, and the juice doesn't seem to leak or bed in it at all. So when you pick it up the day after, you're getting a very clean, very decent vape. On the coil head, it says the range from 20 to 70 watts for the 0.25 and 20 to 50 for the 0.5. Now, I've been using the 0.25 at the moment, and my comfortable is around about sort of 55 watts, sort of 4 volts. On a mech, I was using a mech earlier on, and that was a fully charged mech, parallel. It was a little hot. I mean, that was a full 4.2 volts. It was a little hot. It wasn't burning. It was a very warm vape. I love the AFC. My only downside is this section here. I don't know why Freemax didn't make that flush. It may have something to do with this whole top airflow design system, but I don't like that. If you made this flush, then there'd be more options to put custom drip tips on top, rather than the standard sort of white and metal drip tip, which I don't like. I'm not a fan of these. It'd be nice if it was all black, but having that sort of white section there doesn't do it for me. Filling it with juice, dead easy, no leaking, no issues. Airflow's really, really good. Coil head's very simple to fit. Again, when you are fitting a brand new coil head, make sure you prime it. A few drops into the top of the coil head, in the sides and the wicking holes, and then pop it in, fill the tank up, give it a good 5-10 minutes sitting somewhere just to soak up the juice. You don't want to burn these coil heads, especially if you can't get them in the UK yet. It's a good 25mm device. It sits really nice on a box mod like so. This is Sigeli 213. It sits nice on that. It's not too tall, not too sort of obtrusive. You get spare glass. You get spare glass? That's a point. Do you get spare glass? Bear with me. Yes, we do get spare glass. Spare glass as well in the box. So yeah. And the glass, I mean, the whole tank's very easy to strip, take apart. The threads are very nice and smooth. There was no machine oil whatsoever. It was one rinse, ready to go. So very clean. My only other negative was on the 510 pin. I felt the insulation was a little shallow, really. Just a little shallow. I'll zoom in. I mean, there's a good space between the 510 and the 510 pin, but there's not a lot of insulation in there, to be honest. It does protrude, you know, the 510 pin does protrude by a good 1.5 millimeters, but I would not use this in a hybrid device, as I said already. So, you know, con that 510 bit, lack insulation in the 510 pin. The rest of it's all pros. Airflow's great. The coils are really, really good. 4 mils of juice capacity in the tank. Spare glass. I actually really like this. I think it's a really, really nice looking tank. It's a lovely looking tank. It reminds me very similar of the Council of Vapor Phoenix, but you can't change that coil, that ceramic and cotton coil that's in the Phoenix. You can't change that at all. This is giving me exactly the same sort of flavour, that clean, pure, you know, your e-liquid, that's all you're tasting. It's very similar to the Council of Vapor Phoenix, but it's better. You can change your coil head. It's also larger. I think it's a 22mm device, the Phoenix. So yes, that is the Freemax Starre Pure. Overall, I think it's a really, really good product, but this is my opinion. I've only been using it for a few days. I've had no issues with it at all. Every time I pick it up, I'm getting really, really good flavour. I get no leaking, no gurgling or flooding. Yeah, I do like it. I do like it a lot. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found this review of this new device useful. So yeah, look out for the Freemax Starre Pure. It certainly is pure. Oh, that's so nice. Anyway, guys, thanks very much. Catch you all soon. Bye.